Here at MTN Sports, you could say we're a bit competitive.
All right, boys, I got a media pass for the big game this weekend. Who's covering it?
6 feet apart. Fight! 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let me guess. Who's shooting this weekend? The funny thing is, I've got two. Oh!
I'm going to that game.
Welcome back to Rowdy Raider Hockey here on MTN Sports. Noah Brady joined alongside Brandon Delphs. Ryan Martinelich down on the ice side. And sorry about the technical difficulties there to close out the second period, folks. But when we lost you, we had about 3.5 to 4 minutes left in the second period. And let me tell you, it was a high pace, a lot of action going on in those last 4 minutes. Brandon, when we lost them, we had a 4-2 lead, but then MTSU was able to capitalize on a 4-on-3 power play and make it 5-2. And now going into the third period, they start out on a 5-on-4 man advantage.
Yes, after multiple fouls, we ended up with a 4-on-3 advantage for MTSU, where a goal was scored. MTSU has extended their lead to 5-2, so now a 3-goal lead for the Blue Raiders. And now we're going to see what Coach Rathert had to say through Ryan Martinelich.
And, yeah, we'll send it down to him here in just a second. But like I said, when we lost the audience, we had a 4-2 lead that stretched out to 5-2. And MTSU, the emotions in this one just between MTSU and Vanderbilt, both sharing Ford Ice Centers, their home field, their home turf, their home ice, as you want to say. And, you can really see, especially on those chippy extracurricular plays after shot covers, after potential goals, whatever it is, we're seeing a lot of raw emotion, and we're seeing a lot of just we're seeing some chippiness in this one for sure. And you can definitely tell that both these teams are hungry for this win. MTSU looking to get their second win, and Vanderbilt looking to get their third win here in this one tonight.
Yeah, a lot of veracity between these two teams tonight. The Vanderbilt goalie Shearson has been getting into it with Stalzer for MTSU, and it looks like that chippiness has paid off and really motivated both of these teams to see who can't come out on top by the end of this one.
Definitely, and now it looks like Ryan Martinelich is ready on the ice side. Ryan, you were able to speak to Coach Rathert. Tell us a little bit about what he had to say.
Hey guys, another fiery second period, just kind of like what we saw on Friday night. Both coaches are very adamant and pleased with how their teams have played. Talking to Coach Rathert, he's really enthused about how his team's locked down defensively this period, having great success with the power plays tonight compared to on Friday. Loving how there's very little traffic giving those easy goals, and just excited to see that his team's still skating well. He's really excited that the speed's still with him, the energy's still there, still with 20 minutes left. He's hoping to see that continue. As for Vanderbilt, Max Mona still pleased with how his team's played, even though they're down 3 goals. He's loving the effort he saw out of his team today. He's really excited to see if they can pull out another one come this third period. He's just really looking for them to clean up the mistakes, clean up those penalties, even though some of the calls were a little bit iffy. But just excited to see if they can make another offensive charge here in the third period. Guys, back to you.
And Ryan, I don't know how many times you said excited during that report, but I got to tell you, I am excited going into this third period of play because, we've been talking about it all night, Brandon. While MTSU has had the lead for the majority of this game, no lead is a safe lead, especially here against Vanderbilt.
There is not, and especially in a chippy game like this, you never know when a power play opportunity is going to arise. So far, MTSU has been the beneficiaries of those power play opportunities, but we'll see what this third period holds for us here at the Ford Ice Center.
I definitely think MTSU needs at least one more power play goal to kind of put the icing on the cake and take Vanderbilt out of this game for good. A 4-goal lead sounds a lot better than a 3-goal lead. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's an even number. I don't know. But a 4-goal lead just sounds like that's what we need for MTSU to come away with the victory in this one. A 3-goal lead, you and me, we won't be comfortable with a 3-goal lead. We'll be on the edge of our seats for sure. When we come back, we'll have more and third period action here on the other side of the break. You're watching Blue Raider Hockey here on MTN.
Here at MTN Sports, you could say we're a bit competitive.
All right, boys, I got a media pass for the big game this weekend. Who's covering it?
6 feet apart. Fight! 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let me guess. Who's shooting this weekend? The funny thing is, I've got 2.
I'm going to that game.
You want it, you got it. Third period action is what is on tap here for the rest of our broadcast. It is 11:30 when we're starting this third period. Brandon, we knew it was going to be a late night coming in. We got the coffee on standby ready to go, but I don't think we're going to need it. This is sure to be a very entertaining, very energetic, high-scoring affair going into this one as we get back into the action. MTSU gathers possession. It looks like it's Palmer back there behind Roy in net, trying to get this offense going and get that goal number 6 on the board. 30 seconds left to go here on the power play for MTSU, looking to capitalize here early in the third period. Palmer gets a shot on net, and that's going to be off Shearson. And MTSU is going to have to retreat back to their own end, and it looks like that's going to be the end of this power play. Vanderbilt does a good job of killing it off. However, they did allow the goal to end the second period.
Yeah, a bit of a missed opportunity here for the Blue Raiders.
However, still a lot of pressure, and as you can continue to see there from Settle as he puts a shot on net, a lot of pressure. And that one is going to go into the back of the net. Palmer from the blue line. He scores it. What a shot, a deflection goal, and it ends up in the back of the net.
Incredible shot on goal there from Palmer to extend this lead to 6-2. The Raiders are rolling.
And Shearson has his hands up in the air like he has just witnessed a miracle. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't like it. The officials gather at center ice. No way they can wave this one off at this point.
The officials reconvening here at center ice.
Shearson and the entire Vanderbilt bench are in disbelief after that one, and you can feel the energy sucked out of their bench. All the momentum is on MTSU's side now with a 4-goal lead. They still haven't added it on the scoreboard. We'll wait to see. We're at the 18:40 mark here in the third period. Vanderbilt back in possession in the neutral zone. They're looking to get back into this game in a hurry. We still haven't seen that 6 tally add to the scoreboard yet. Vanderbilt retreats to their own net, and they'll have to restart here on the breakout. Unable to handle it, Rather picks it off in the neutral zone.
Looks like that 6th goal is now on the board.
So the 4-goal lead is official as Siciliano tries to make it a 5-goal lead, and Shearson gets the cover.
Siciliano trying to split the legs of Shearson there with the puck, but Shearson falls on it effectively.
Offensive zone face-off here for Siciliano. And unable to come up with it at first, but now Siciliano back with it. Shearson has to stretch the leg out to make the save, and that one's going to go out of play. Smart play there from the Commodores to break the momentum of a very dangerous, very hot and ready MTSU offense.
Vanderbilt in a vulnerable position here.
MTSU trying to keep it in the offensive zone, unable to do so. Tried to use his glove, was Knight. And Roy with a glove save, but it's still going to stay in play. Behind the MTSU net now, Vanderbilt looking to make something happen. Again, a 4-goal lead for MTSU. 17 minutes in. We're at the 17-minute mark, I should say. That one's going to go off of his own man's skate. Albanese pins the Commodores up against the boards. Play blown dead. That's going to get called.
Albany's getting a little too physical there on the boards.
Looks like he's going to be sent to the box.
Giant opportunity here for the Vanderbilt Commodores.
The penalty kill for the Raiders comes out onto the ice. Well, nope, there's 5 of them. Excuse me, the penalty kill for the Commodores comes out onto the ice. Not going to lie, Brandon, I am lost in the sauce on what just happened there.
As am I, but it looks like we're going to have 5-on-5 action. No power play opportunity here. Either way you shake it, though, Vanderbilt has to have a sense of urgency here, down 4 goals with just under 17 minutes left to play.
And they're still trying to clear up what's going on out there in the middle of the face-off circle in the MTSU offensive zone. Again, doesn't look like we're going to get a man advantage. Full strength hockey here. 5-on-5. Palmer, shot on goal. Shearson save. MTSU unable to keep it in the zone. Vanderbilt trying to play with speed now. They know what they have to do, and they have a limited time to do it. Gets it out in front of the net, no good on the shot. That shot goes just wide. Roy tries to cover it. Can't get his glove on top of it. MTSU trying to get back into the offensive zone, and they do just that. Icing is waved off. Settle up against the backboards. Gets it out to Stalzer. Stalzer goes down to his knee. Settle and Palmer trying to handle it. Chippy play here along the boards. Palmer, what a pass out to Stalzer. Stalzer unable to keep the handle, but Vanderbilt caught in the middle of a change.
Stalzer out, settle in.
And Settle is just running over that Vanderbilt defense right now. Again, perks of having the fresh legs.
He came into this game dangerously.
And Wrench and Siciliano just playing keep away from the Vanderbilt defenders back there. Trying to avoid those big open ice hits too. And Siciliano almost from the blue line takes a shot that goes wide. And Settle's going to do some more of the same. Shearson has to cover it. They keep the pressure on. Fresh legs for both teams as we go back to the face-off circle.
Well, MTSU has been so good tonight, Noah, on these face-offs in Vanderbilt territory. Let's see if they can't get another quick shot off.
5 minutes have passed here in the third period of play, 15 to go. We'll see what happens. Rather keeps it in the zone. Great offensive presence here for the Raiders. Conservative, yes. Effective, yes. Knights almost caught slashing there. Rather gets it out from in front of the net, gets it back out to the neutral zone. Great defensive stand there from Jackson Rather.
Yeah, MT's just playing keep away whenever the puck comes their way.
And Blake Neiman on the race for the puck. Gets up against the boards.
Commodores having a hard time advancing the puck here.
Albanese gets it across the blue line. He'll go for the quick change. It'll just be one man. Taylor's back in the game. He gets it over to Rather. Rather gets it across the blue line and sends it along the boards. Stalzer's also back in the game. And he's going to be on the puck. Vanderbilt has to go get fresh legs. They were slowing down. Ran out of gas there on that one. Settle looking for Stalzer out in the center. That shot's going to go off the Vanderbilt defender. And Vanderbilt's back out into the neutral zone with possession. It's going to go back across the blue line. They'll have to start over. That's going to go on net, and Shearson has to cover. Another face-off coming up for the Blue Raiders inside offensive territory. Shots on goal. MTSU has almost doubled the total of the Commodores, 37-20, with 13 minutes to go here in the third period of play.
An incredible display of defense here so far in this third period for the Blue Raiders.
Wrench in the face-off circle. Siciliano's going to have it right out in front. He gets a shot on goal. It looked good, but Shearson looked better on that one. Unable to get that one through. Great stick work there from right inside for Siciliano. And Shearson, while he has allowed 6 goals tonight, sure, a lot of them have been coming off of power plays, and when MTSU has been at full strength, he's looked great in net.
He is definitely having to work for it here tonight.
The scoreboard can only say so much, especially in a fight like this. MTSU keeps it in the offensive zone. They can't lose the game from here.
Just trying to control the puck and extend that lead if possible.
Clean play, no icing called. MTSU got sticks on it in the neutral zone. Wrench, skating with speed. Siciliano, unable to break that one up. Back into the neutral zone they go. Vanderbilt's got numbers. It'll be a 4-on-3. And that one will be waved offside. Called offside on what might have been Vanderbilt's best shot so far here in the third period as we close in on 12 minutes to go. Mistakes like that are going to add up for the Commodores, especially late into this game, right?
Absolutely. When you're down 4, you cannot afford to make mistakes like that in these situations. You're already in big enough of a hole to dig yourself out of, and that will not make it any easier.
Vandy's got it. They don't have numbers, but they are going to get past that last line of defense and have to send it back out to the top. Roy, through the traffic, gets the cover. Big save. And here come the extracurriculars.
Something we're all too familiar with tonight. Roy has been all over the puck tonight. Incredible effort so far. Number 32 in the black.
I like that. Jackson Rathered on the defense for MTSU. Albanese is out up top on the top of the blue line. Siciliano on the near side, working his way up. He crosses neutral ice into the offensive zone.
Looks like we've got a loose stick down there.
Albanese lost his stick. He's going over to the bench, trying to get a new one, and he'll come off. And as he comes off, Palmer comes on. Again, Albanese lost his stick. Palmer came on in the substitute. The referee picks it up, and now he's going to throw it over onto the side, get it out of the way. Siciliano in the neutral zone. Dumps it in for Palmer. Unable to connect on that one. Looked good for a moment. Thomas up to Stalzer. And he's got Jackson Taylor. No icing called. Banis down to his knees, trying to play defense. Play blown dead, we get a whistle.
seems like every time Vanderbilt gets on MTSU's side of the ice, they are not able to hold it there very long. MTSU's defense playing very aggressively, sending it back the other way.
And as we see 4 men out on the ice for the Blue Raiders, it looks like MTSU did pick up a penalty there. It'll be a 5-on-4.
Big opportunity here for the Commodores.
Corey Settle picks up another penalty tonight. Roy covers it. Another face-off upcoming. Face-off upcoming. Down goes to the Commodores, but MTSU pokes it away. He finds his man. Sends it across. Shot on goal, and that one is going to go into the back of the net. What a beautiful shot there from center ice.
Vanderbilt absolutely needed that there. Cuts down the lead to just 3, which, like we were saying earlier,
A 3-goal lead might be the worst lead to have. You think you're comfortable with it, but then they'll sneak up and make it a 2-goal lead real quick.
that's right. And Vanderbilt still has 1 minute and 45 seconds left on this power play to take advantage of the short-handed Blue Raiders.
MTSU will be back to full strength now, as it only took them 15 seconds on that power play to capitalize on the goal. That one will go off of Roy's pad. Good work there from the defensive traffic. That one will be called offside. The official's hand goes up in the air, and MTSU gets back possession. Settle with possession. He needs to look for Siciliano. He had him for a minute. Thomas.
Just wide right on the shot there.
Didn't go where he wanted it to. Big play from Settle to keep it in the offensive zone. Big hit incoming, and there it is. Nine minutes to go here in the third period. Vanderbilt playing with a lot of speed now. Stalzer with possession. Needs to get it across the blue line, and he does. And Settle with the tap. He's going to send it back in.
.25 seconds left on the power play here.
The scoreboard reads one thing, but we have 5-on-5 hockey here. And it'll be a race to the red line. And the goaltender is out of the net, but he's able to send it back across. That could have been a dangerous play there. MTSU could have been looking at an empty net. And Vanderbilt with bodies out in front. Roy deflects it. And here comes Siciliano. He's got wheels. Shearson knocks it off his elbow, it looked like. Keeps it in, though. Glove save.
Nice regroup there from Shearson.
Big catcher's mitt comes in handy right there.
Indeed. Have another face-off here in Vanderbilt territory.
Again, especially when you had a 6-2 lead, it probably would have made sense for most teams to pull their starting goalie and even move into the second goalie after a 6-goal lead. But it's, again, the scoreboard doesn't say everything. And right as I say that, MTSU gets their 7th goal of the night, back at full strength. The power play doesn't do it all, but they do set up those kind of goals. MTSU puts their 7th tally on the board tonight.
MTSU and Coach Rathert have got to have been drilling these face-offs here lately, because they have been absolutely killing it on these face-off opportunities, getting these quick shots off like you just saw there.
They are definitely playing with a little bit of a grudge from Friday night. Definitely had some unfinished business coming into this one and making a statement with a 5-goal lead with just 7.5 minutes to play here in the third period. MTSU dumps it into the offensive zone. They're looking for more.
This 7-3 deficit going to be hard for Vanderbilt to come back from.
That one goes in favor of MTSU. Palmer splits the defense. Oh, and he thought he was going to take a big hit and turns it into him giving a big hit.
Big hit by Palmer there in the corner of the ice.
And MTSU just looking to play keep away at this point, trying to melt that clock. And Settle gets a stick on that one, and that'll be clean going into the offensive zone. Vanderbilt trying to spread their players out. Looking to find any kind of hole or any kind of loop in this MTSU defense. It's been hard so far through the first 55 minutes. MTSU with numbers now out in front of the net. A backhanded goal, and that's going to go just wide. Looked like he had a good angle there for just a second. Knights puts it back into the zone. Albanese on his feet. Rather sends it back into the offensive zone. Vandy has possession, and they'll dump it in. Big hit there along the boards from Knights. Vandy able to keep it in. It's a tightrope along that blue line. And Albanese trying to get it off his skate. Knights with possession behind the MTSU net. Gets it to Settle. Settle over to Rather. Rather didn't see the defender, and he goes flying into the MTSU bench. And he did not like it at all. Play blown dead immediately.
Settle playing with a bit of an edge tonight.
I believe the puck went out of play. No call, no penalty call on that one. Taylor, the last line of defense for MTSU. Wrench sends it back to Taylor. Taylor along the near side. Gets it over.
MTSU doing a good job of controlling the puck here, trying to hold on to this 4-goal lead with just under 5 minutes remaining.
Taylor unable to handle that one at center ice. Tried to pick it off the ground, or send it onto the ground. Trying to get clear of that blue line. And he's got it. Wrench. And he's gonna looked like he tripped off the back end of the skate.
Either way, the Raiders possess the puck here. They're just chewing on that clock.
And again, just more of this keep away kind of action. They don't mind doing that at all.
Not one bit, just trying to protect that 4-goal lead here.
Palmer. Palmer with room. He's got Settle to his right. Stalls are behind him. Gets a shot on net. Shearson with the save.
That was a missile Palmer just put on the net there. Shearson.
From just inside the blue line, too.
Shearson with an incredible save there.
3:50 to go here in the third period. MTSU still looking at a 4-goal lead. Number 21 for Vanderbilt is skating with some speed. Roy takes it off his shoulder and sends it across the board. He's back in possession with it. Tries to get it off the helmet and into the back of the net. No good there. And Stalzer sends the Vandy player into the boards. Knocks him off his feet and Settle. Spreads out the Vandy defense now. And MTSU going for the line change. It's a good shift. The change is done. Fresh legs are out. It's Siciliano, Settle, Wrench, Rathert, and Knights.
Seems like a bit of a lack of urgency here from the Commodores.
That one's going to be called offside. We'll go back to the neutral zone.
Just under 3 minutes left in play here tonight at the Fordyce Center.
Yeah, at this point, Vanderbilt's going to need to average almost 1.5 goals a minute if they want to have any shot at this one.
Very hard to do.
I'm not going to say it's impossible, but rather improbable. They would need a Music City Miracle caliber of play here in this one.
MTSU still here just doing a great job controlling the puck, keeping it out of the sticks of the Vanderbilt Commodores.
And doing a very good job of staying disciplined, too, not giving up any of those cheap penalties to let any kind of momentum get back on their side.
They've seen the damage that they could do at a power play and do not want to concede the same to Vanderbilt.
Absolutely. And that air mill is going to drop right into the hands of Siciliano, and that one's going to go just wide of where it needed to go. Shearson able to get his left or right pad on that one. Vandy back in possession. Just a couple of shifts left with the last 2 minutes of play. We're at 1:50 to go here in the third period. Stalzer with it. He gets it over to Palmer. Palmer looking for room. Can't find it. He gets Taylor. Taylor from the top of the key. No good. Goes just wide of the net. Wraps it around the back of the boards. Stalzer keeps it in. Play blown dead. Fresh legs for both squads coming out. 1:27 to go here.
Well, Coach Rathert said that he wanted to see a complete game from these Rowdy Raiders.
He has seen just that. It definitely took all 60 minutes of play, especially to protect that lead. And like you said earlier, Brandon, sometimes the best defense is a good offense.
That's right.
And that's exactly what the case was tonight for MTSU. And we're going to get a whistle as it looks like we're going to get a trip against Vanderbilt, and we'll get one last look at this MTSU power play.
Let's see how much retribution the Blue Raiders are looking for here. Are they looking to pile it on in revenge of that Friday night loss?
I don't know, Brandon, with just how chippy and how, well, you know, physical this game has been so far, we might not see that kind of backhand kind of slap in the face. However, MTSU will play all 60 minutes as Banis gets a shot on net there. Maybe you are right on that one.
I think the chippiness might actually contribute to MTSU trying to.
Perhaps. And MTSU 1-5-1 right now. Again, not the start they've been looking for. However, they have had some very strong performances that they've come up just short in. This will not be one of those as they played a full game here tonight. And they will move up to 2-5-1 on the season, and Vanderbilt will drop to 2-2. So both teams with 2 wins, but two very different two-win teams, you could say.
Yes, indeed. I mean, the Blue Raiders have looked incredible tonight. This should definitely give them some confidence moving forward. Show them that, hey, we can get 40 shots on the goal. We can play a full game. We can really take advantage of these power plays and of these face-offs.
And for MTSU, the going doesn't get any easier as they have Ole Miss and UT, University of Tennessee, on tap for the next 2 weeks of hockey action. That UT matchup will be a road affair, but MTSU will be back here in 2 weeks at Fordyce Center for the matchup against Ole Miss.
Definitely not easy sledding ahead here for the Rowdy Raiders.
but they will get the weekend off next weekend, though. So they'll have some time off. They'll have some time to recover after a very emotional weekend here against Vanderbilt. And with just 10 seconds to go, just looking to put the icing on the cake. The candles even on top of the icing, you could say, Brandon. Looking to light the candles for the post-game party that is sure to come here at Ford Ice Center.
Yes, sir. Looks like we've got one more face-off here. Looks like there's a little banter back and forth between Wrench and the Commodore there.
And MTSU shooting up until the last second. 2 seconds to play here. And they can just not get enough of this one.
To the very end, indeed.
It's still trying to put it in the back of the net all the way up until the end. And Albanese has it in the neutral zone, and MTSU is going to walk away with the victory in this one. A split series indeed, as we see MTSU come away with the 7-3 victory here at the Ford Ice Center against the Commodores of Vanderbilt University.
An incredible performance here for the Blue Raiders. They put together a complete game for sure. 7-3 victory doesn't get much sweeter than that.
It doesn't. And as they start to shake hands and put a seal on the action on the ice, we're going to put a seal on the action off the ice as well. It's late. We're ready to go home. Our week is just getting started. Happy Monday to everybody. What a way to start the week. Raider hockey victory. It has been such a great night here. A long night indeed, but a good action of hockey action. A good night of hockey action indeed from Noah Brady, Brandon Delphs, and the rest of our MTN Sports crew. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been our special edition of Rowdy Raider Hockey here on MTN Sports. We'll be back in 2 weeks with MTSU and Ole Miss right here. Be sure to tune in. We'll see you next.
Here at MTN Sports, you could say we're a bit competitive.
All right, boys, I got a media pass for the big game this weekend. Who's covering it?
6 feet apart. Fight! 1, 2, 3, 4,
Let me guess. Who's shooting this weekend? The funny thing is, I've got two.